What's up everybody, Tendo here, and we've got an extra special episode planned for you today. Everybody that's a member of the Tendo squad, that'd be me, that'd be Hannah Warrior Princess, that'd be Human Stream Beam Patrick. We're gonna talk about all of the stuff that we collect. And of course, some of it's gonna be obvious. I collect video game stuff, you all know that. But we're also gonna talk about some of the more, dare I say, esoteric, strange, odd things that we collect, some of the stuff that we maybe don't talk about a ton on the channel. So it's gonna be a pretty cool episode, but before we get started, I want you to pause this video and comment below. I wanna know what you mainly collect, that's one thing. Tell me something else in the comments below that you collect secondarily, something that maybe you don't think about so much, but you do collect. And then I want a third thing from all of you. I want you to comment below, what is something that you would either collect if money were no issue or something you've always thought about collecting that you don't currently collect? That's the one I'm probably most curious about. And we will also talk about that at the end of the video, so stick around for that. All right, so let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. You guys know I collect video games. And like I said, we're not gonna get into crazy specifics right now. Let's just run through the game room. You know I love my rubber ducks, that's number one. Number two, I love collecting consoles. That's one of my favorite things. And then I collect video games. You see all this? I've got 3,000 or so games. I'm not crazy up there in numbers yet. Collect a lot of video games. I've been really into collecting Toys to Life figures. I've got a lot. I've probably got three quarters of the Disney Infinity collection and about the same percentage of the Skylander collection. And then not so many Amiibos, but I am trying to collect them. And then I do like collecting handhelds, though they're not really beautifully on display right now. I actually moved all this so Hannah could have her shelf on display, and I am currently in the middle of 3D printing tons and tons of new stands, both for my handheld collection as well as my controller collection, which is something you're unfortunately not going to see on today's video. I probably have more controllers than I have consoles. Well, that's probably obvious because you got like 3 or 4 for each one. But I love collecting all the individual colored controllers for each console, but that's something that's not on display today because it's a project in the wings I'm trying to get done with. I try not to collect VHS specifically, but I am about halfway on the entire Dragon Ball Z VHS collection. So that's something that I'm very excited about. And when it comes to VHS, I do collect those. And then that's pretty much video games. I collect gaming magazines, which is an ongoing process, trying to get better sorters and display stuff for those. And then going up the shelf, this is my BS shelf. It's not stuff I collect, it's just stuff I like. A lot of that stuff you guys sent me. And then I do specifically collect Mario figures and plushies, etc. Now, this video was very dangerously close to being a game room tour. I didn't want it to be that. I just wanted to talk on today's video about the stuff that we collect. And like I said, this is just the obvious. This is the stuff you probably know about, but I've got that out of the way. So let's move on to the not so obvious stuff.
Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about what I collect. The first thing we're going to talk about is my Sims collection. I've been collecting Sims stuff for quite some time, since I was a kid, and first started playing the Sims 1 on PlayStation 2, which I actually have my copy from when I was a kid right here. And started playing this one and really fell in love with the whole Sims franchise. And so whenever Sims 2 came out, I got really excited about it and I bought a ton of stuff for the PC. And a lot of this here is stuff from my childhood, the Sims 2 games. But I did get some of these other ones. You can see like this one's got the saver sticker. I've got a lot of these recently to fill out the rest of the Sims 2 collection. I'm only missing one right now. But other than that, the Sims 2 collection is complete. I have a few Sims 3 games in here too. I didn't really get into the Sims 3 very much as I did with the Sims 2 whenever I was growing up. I was more going into like high school, almost into college at that point, and didn't really have as much time to play it. But I'm really excited to actually get into playing The Sims 2 again and kind of falling back in love with it, and then going through The Sims 3 and Sims 4, just kind of re-experiencing it all.
So we're going to talk about 3 things that I collect today, and the first is League of Legends memorabilia. First we have this hard CD disc, which is actually a thrift find in one of our older videos. These 3 Funko Pop figures, and just little mini figurines of different characters in the game. And this other one over here is a figure from my favorite champion's, I don't know, I guess what he looks like. It's his lantern. It's a lights up. Got it as a late birthday present. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's, pretty simple, just a bunch of figures. But this is definitely my favorite. They're not easy to come by. There's not very many of them. So it's a good find from thrift.
I told you we were going to get weird, and here is the weird for you. Here's one of the more strange things that I collect. I collect wooden-handled screwdrivers, but more specifically, I collect these wooden-handled ridge screwdrivers that a lot of you are going to recognize probably from your grandfather's toolbox. These are all... They're all pretty old, and the reason that I've been collecting these is because kind of nostalgia, really. These are the exact screwdrivers my grandfather had in his toolbox growing up, and there's quite a few things here in my collection you'll see as I continue on that that really kind of stem from him. My love of collecting, my love of being a pack rat definitely comes from that man, and these screwdrivers are definitely a big part of that. I've been collecting these from the Goodwill bins because, of course, they cost $1 or so there forever now, and I've been buying every one of them I see because what I want to eventually do is I've got a set of screwdrivers, actually. Let me show you real quick. Hold tight. This is my screwdriver set right here. This has all the standards in it. And what I really wanted to do is eventually find every one of these screwdrivers about the same size and then just replace it. That's been the idea. And once I finally have this whole set, what I will actually do, my plan right now, is to sand them all down and then refinish them all the exact same finish. I've done this in my head already 1,000 times over. Kind of went and stripped these all down in my head and kind of visualize different stains that I could put on them. But this is definitely more on the weird side of things that I like to collect. I will not walk past one of these screwdrivers at the bins. Mark my words, I will never leave without it.
Next, I'm going to talk about my Xena collection. It's actually a recent start. I really didn't anticipate collecting Xena stuff, but I actually really enjoy it. I recently got like the DVD and the VHS set, which is really cool. The first thing I got though was this Xena Pop character, which one of you guys sent me, and I thought that just think it's the most amazing thing ever. It's so cute. But with like Xena stuff, I really am just kind of getting whatever comes around, whereas like in the Sims stuff, I just have the games and I'm sticking pretty much to just getting the games. But there's a lot of really cool things in here. Like I do have the PlayStation 1 game and the N64 game and the official playing guide for the PlayStation 1 game, so I'm pretty excited to play that. I haven't played either one of these yet, but that is coming. I will definitely be playing it.
So the second thing I collect are candles and waxes for wax warmers. And so I have 20 candles and 8 different waxes. Well, 9, because I have one melting right now. I don't know, I just really like candles. I like scented things. I like things that smell good. I like using one of my 5 senses. And yeah, I've just gotten them over the years from birthdays, friends, Christmases, finding them in weird places at my parents' house. This is probably my favorite candle I have right now. It's called Cuban Tabac. Smells delicious, and it's got a really cool holder. But my favorite scent by far is Midnight Summer. It's a Yankee candle scent. It smells so good. So that's my favorite, and that's the one that's burning right now in my room.
The next thing that I collect is not going to surprise any of you, and that's bandanas. It's not going to surprise you because I would say 9 out of 10 videos that I've made, which is well over 200 videos now, I've had a bandana on. I'm a large person. I'm probably a little bit more prone to sweating than most of you will be, and honestly, I need one of them right now because it is always warm in Arizona, no matter what time of year it is. But it's especially warm now, and it's even more so warm because we have to close the doors and windows in our apartment to be able to record video, or else you hear all the kids screaming outside. So it's even hotter in here now. So I usually, whenever we record anything, I put on a bandana to keep that little bit of sweat forming on my forehead from rolling into my eyes. But to collect well over 100 and something bandanas is a little bit extra. I understand that. This isn't even all of them. I tend to sometimes go through 2 or 3 a day because I'm really bad about taking them off and putting them down and not remembering where they're at. So there's probably about another stack of these in our dirty clothes bin right now. I've got quite a few bandanas. I'm not going to go through them individually or anything, but I will just kind of pick through and show you some of my favorites. There's some funny ones in here that Hannah got me for my birthday. You know, there's Batman. I don't really wear the logo stuff too much. The ones that I wear the most are probably going to be the ones that are dirty right now. But there's some like almost Native American design ones that I like quite a bit. And then just some random, you know, pattern ones. I don't know what it is about that, but I like it a lot. And then, you know, there's always the funny ones. Like, what's up with this crossbone and, you know, clover? I don't get it, but I like it. There's a Gatorade bandana. Just anytime I see a bandana that I don't have, I usually buy it, because even at Walmart, you know, they're just $1 or $2. Here's one that I love a whole lot. I don't know what it is about just that kind of paisley thing going on, but I love that one a lot. Ooh, here's a fave. That one right there. Hannah likes it when I wear that one because Hannah likes donuts more than she likes life. But that's probably my absolute favorite. These ones with these Native American designs, I've got 4 or 5 of them, and they're definitely the ones that are dirty right now and ready to be washed. And then I also have a lot of holiday ones. So, of course, you know, in December, I'm going to wear that. Does anybody else here collect bandanas, or am I the only one?
The last thing I collect, and probably the more peculiar thing that I collect, are vintage dishes. And the thing that makes them peculiar is that all of them are pretty much mismatched. I don't really collect sets of anything. The only thing that I'm doing a full set of are these stackable dishes. And I have 2 from that set, but I'm still missing the other 2, the red and the green bowls. And I'm on the lookout for them, but I'll come across them pretty soon. The thing that are mismatched are like these plates. They're kind of similar, but none of them really match at all. They kind of have a similar color scheme, but they're just really fun and funky. I really enjoy very colorful items and things that are really just add a little pop of character into my kitchen. My mom actually had this same pot whenever I was a kid, and I really love my cast iron. It's one of my favorite things to cook in. It's really well taken care of because I really love that thing. And probably my favorite thing are these little canisters. Anytime I come across these, I pick them up and just put my different odds and ends in them. I think it's a really cute way to organize your kitchen. And that's my vintage dish collection.
So the third and final thing I collect are shoes. And for the most part, I have basketball shoes, but I also have a few pairs of tennis shoes that I really enjoy. These 2 right here, the black and the white ones I'm holding, are KD's, Kevin Durant. They're their own kind of like style, their own brand. So each year he'll come out with, they're called Ant Pearls, for his Aunt Pearl that had cancer. So I really enjoy that line of shoe. These are more KD's when they won the championship. These are just kind of a nice flower design. These are 2 are just regular tennis shoes. They are kind of like go together as well. These are red, these are blue obviously, but on the outsides of them, I don't know if you can see, maybe I'll show this camera. There's like shoe boxes that make up the shoe. And so I thought that was really cool. I wear the red ones more than the blue ones because the blue ones are leather and they crease. But I just like shoes. I enjoy wearing different styles, different colors, matching my clothes. I enjoy wearing different basketball shoes, just for the feel of them. And I enjoy playing basketball. These last pair are Kobe's. They're the ones I recently finished painting. They are brand new. They were all white when I got them. And now they're black, gold, and purple for the Lakers. And so yeah, that's my shoe collection.
This last thing that I collect is going to be a little bit more difficult than the other ones to explain to you, because do I collect gumball machines, or do I collect the things that are inside of the gumball machines, or do I collect gumball machines that are full of odd things? And I really don't know. To be completely honest with you, my journey of being a pack rat, my journey of being the Tendo trash man is coming to a new place in that, you know, we have, would you say, disposable income, and we have a lot of extra time at the bins and Goodwills, because shopping at the Goodwills and at the bins has become our living. So I've found myself coming home with pockets full of this nonsense. I've been bringing these dice in this machine home for ages. This is a few years. This is a few years worth of picking out dice that I like out of boxes at the bins. And I'd been throwing them in a plastic bag somewhere, and I don't even know why I did it. But then one day, I come home with this gumball machine, and I go, that's it. My grandfather always had a gumball machine, and he put his marble collection in it. So I'm gonna keep a gumball machine, and I'm gonna put my dice collection in it. So that kind of turned into one thing, and then it came full circle when I went back home after he died, and my grandma said, I want you to take that gumball machine off the porch. I don't want it on the porch no more. So this is actually my grandfather's gumball machine that he had his marbles in, and I've now put the dice in there, and it actually has his dice collection in it with mine, and then I've put my bouncy ball collection in here. I would not say that I'm a bouncy ball collector. I would not really even say that I'm a dice collector, but I am a collector of odd things, and I think that as a whole, this gumball machine full of bouncy balls and this gumball machine full of dice are pretty neat. Neither of these will actually dispense what's in them. It's really just for look. And this is actually the newest one. I brought this home from the bins a few weeks ago, but of course, I have not decided what to put in it yet. So if you guys want to help me collect something even weirder, comment below and tell me what should I put in this little gumball machine. I should probably actually put gumballs or the little bouncy balls, because this is one of those like basketball ones. You're supposed to shoot the gumball or basketball into the hole, but I'd rather fill it with something weird. So comment below, tell me what I should collect in that one. So Hannah, I have one more question.
Yes.
If you could collect anything, absolutely anything, money were no issue, what would you collect?
So my answer would probably change tomorrow if you asked me then, but I think if I were to really sit down and go, what would be my dream to be surrounded by these things that I love, it would be vintage furniture. So I would really love one of those old Victorian houses that is just full of a very particular procured collection of just beautiful antique furniture. That makes me happy. Yeah.
So Stream Beat, I have one more question for you. A surprise question. Are you ready?
Yeah, hit me.
If you could collect anything, if money were no option, what would you collect?
You know, I would probably just collect more shoes.
How many are we talking?
Like I'd want probably a standard sized room in like a nice house. Just walls full of shoes, you know. There's just a lot of like different styles and brands and like colorways and like whatever that I want, but obviously money is an issue and shoes are expensive, especially the kind that I like. They're like, I don't know, anywhere from $200 to like $1,000 or more. So that could get expensive, as you can tell, but that's what I would want, just a room full of shoes that I could wear or look at or just anything. Yeah.
I was kind of hoping you would say tiger shirts.
Well, yes, I love white tigers, but I don't know if I would want to be surrounded by them.
So what would Tendo like to collect if money were no option? If nothing were in my way, what would I collect? I know you're probably gonna just think that I'm just trying to be contrarian or just trying to be different in this answer. But my honest answer to that question is I would collect darn near everything, or if not everything, just lots of things. There's all kinds of small, peculiar things I know you've seen me bring home on this channel. And if money were no option, I would probably have a warehouse as big as I could afford to upkeep, and I would build all kinds of custom shelving, and I would not just have a few of those gumball machines. I would have every color and size gumball machine that was made, and I would fill every one of those gumball machines with its own thing, its own odd thing. That's what I would do if money were no option. I'm sorry, I can't pick one thing. I really would. I would build TENDO'S Trash Emporium, or just TENDO'S Emporium, and I would make it like a museum setting, and I would bring home every odd, peculiar thing that I ever saw at the bins, and I would turn it into something else, and I would keep it in my warehouse in a curated, artistic way. That's what I would do. And I know how that sounds. I've always been a little bit past the norm in terms of that little itch that we all have to keep things we don't need. I've always been a little past the norm and a little before hoarding. So a lot of you that have watched the channel a ton probably know this about me and will probably in some way or another understand that answer. But if I could collect anything, it would be everything. So let me go ahead and wrap this video up. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. You guys rock. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different style video, but someone actually the other day asked a question that kind of made me think, oh, well, we could do more of this. We definitely need to do more videos diving into our collection, and we'll definitely be doing that soon. So this was just kind of a warm up. This was us showing you some of the other stuff that you may not see regularly on our videos. But do go below this video and comment all those things that I asked you earlier. I'm definitely curious to hear from you guys, what you guys collect that may be odd or different than the norm. I'm super excited to hear about that. So do go over to our Discord if you want to share pictures. If you want to go an extra step further, come share some pictures over on our Discord. The link for that is below. And then also before you go, do me a huge favor and go visit our new website, TENDO'Strash.com. There's lots of stuff on there. I just added some stuff today that I think you might like looking at, so go check that out. And then guys, pretty please, pretty please, hit that subscribe button so that we can get to 1,600 subs. We're super close, and we could use your help getting there. And then also guys, if you are subscribed, make sure to hit that bell notification so that when we post a video tomorrow doing something ridiculous like this, you'll get a notification in, and you can come back then and hang out with us. But until then guys, peace out. What great timing. What great timing was that? I'm out.